What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over how you can get a full legendary loadout, including a mythic or exotic weapon at the very start of a Fortnite match. And this is not a scam or clickbait. This is actually how the game works now. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like some more, and comment down below if you're going to be taking advantage of this. And the way this is going to be possible is using the newly unlocked Outlaw keycards and fully leveling it up to legendary rarity by completing all of the quests. So last week, with the update, we got the launch of the community quest, and once that community quest was finished, every player received the uncommon or green rarity Outlaw keycard. And then we also have new quests added that allow you to level up your Outlaw keycard and unlock more benefits and more perks from the black market. To level up the keycard, the quests are pretty simple and easy. They just have several stages, but each of the stages is pretty much spend gold, open vaults, and eliminate guards. And then there is also a specific quest for each time you do level up your Outlaw keycard, but it's pretty much always something that's very simple and easy, and it's just showing you what the reward was and what the new perk was for actually reaching that level. And so each of the different rarities or levels of the Outlaw keycard have a different benefit unlocked at the black market. When you level up to rare or blue version, you can open the Outlaw chest where the new NPC is in the back room where the mythics and exotics are, but you only get it at blue rarity, and this will just drop a blue weapon and then some gold, I believe. At epic or purple rarity, you can now purchase a loadout from the black market NPCs, and it gives you a full loadout, and we'll circle back to what these loadouts give later on in the video. And then at legendary version, when you've completed all of the Outlaw keycard quests, you can now open up that Outlaw chest inside in that back room at legendary rarity, and this will give you a dill bit and a legendary weapon, as well as 2 big pots and some gold. And this is why I was saying you can basically start the game with a mythic or exotic weapon if you want, because you can just land on the black market, open that chest, get the free dill bit, and then buy whichever mythic or exotic you want because you're right next to where they actually are purchased. It's kind of crazy. If you want to level up this keycard quick, you're going to want to land at the boss locations, obviously, and eliminate all of the guards at the vault. So typically what some people will do when they're opening a vault is they'll just rush the vault down and they won't really bother eliminating the guards. They'll just throw thermite on it or use the new drill item, because the guards actually despawn once the vault is opened. But if you're doing it that way, you're not going to actually get any guard eliminations, and you're not going to progress that aspect of the quest. So make sure you eliminate the 2 guards that spawn at each stage of the vault heist if you do want to progress the quest. And also, you don't need to be stressing about being the first person there to actually start the heist. As long as you're there when it opens, you will get credit. So you can third party the vault location. It's not like you need to be the person that throws thermite on the vault to get any credit. You can just third party the vault, clean it up, and then you'll get credit for opening the vault there. Obviously, a lot of people struggle with the vault locations, and with a lot of players wanting to do these quests right now, it's going to be pretty packed and it might be a struggle to do. One of the easier ways to get this quest done, or the less contested ways, is to go for the armored trucks that spawn in second zone. So when second zone happens, the armored trucks will spawn, and there's 3 armored trucks on the map per game. And in these trucks, they're like a mini vault, and you can get a mythic weapon from them, right? But a lot of people kind of ignore these and don't pay these as much attention. And oftentimes they just end up in the storm with no one really going for it. And the thing about the storm now is it's a 1 damage tick until like 6th zone, I believe. Like, it's only doing 1 damage for an incredibly long time. And so you could just kind of stay in the storm, get these trucks. That's 3 vaults per game that you could get without really being that contested. And these trucks do give you a chug jug, so you could, loot 1, get the chug from there, use that to heal in storm, go get another one, get that chug jug, and then make your way to the final one. A lot of times these will 2 of them will spawn at the bottom of the map south of Masked Meadows, and as I kind of already touched on, the storm really isn't that threatening. So if you're struggling to progress the quest because the vault locations are too hot, going for these armored trucks can make your life a little bit easier. And there is a fair amount of guards that spawn on these as well, because there's 3 just to start the truck, and then there's more that will spawn as you're opening the truck itself. So that would be my biggest piece of advice if you are someone who's struggling with this and you keep dying off spawn at the vault locations. Ignore that, go for the trucks instead, and you'll probably have a much easier time. The quest that requires you to spend gold might be hard for some people, or they might kind of be stressed about that. But getting gold really shouldn't be a problem because these quests kind of require you to loot the vaults. If you're getting the gold inside the vault, you shouldn't be broke or running out of gold. Obviously, if you're doing it in squads and you have to split that gold 4 ways, then it's not going to go as far. But getting gold this season is incredibly easy. I had a game that we'll kind of touch on in a moment. I spent 5,000 gold in that match, and by the end of it, I was back up to like over 3,000 just by like getting gold inside the train, and then also the golden llamas that were added on the map in this week's update. Each golden llama you open will give you 1,000 gold. So if you find 1 or 2 of those a match, which isn't too hard if you're traveling around a lot. Like I spend a lot of the map traveling and end up seeing a lot of the map during the course of the game. And just getting a few of these llamas will result in you getting a lot of gold. So keep your eyes out for those if you're struggling with gold, because these challenges do require you to spend gold. And so those are the basics of what you need to know about this quest. Now we'll get into what I think of the rewards. So I said we'd circle back to the loadouts you can get. The rare chest that you get at blue rarity, I don't think is really that big of a deal, and it's not really something I care about. It's not going to affect how I play the game. But at purple rarity, you get the ability to buy a loadout from the NPCs at the black market, and each black market NPC has a separate loadout it will give. So Skillet at the Crime City black market will give you a sticky grenade launcher, a mammoth pistol, a kneecapper bat, a chug jug, and then 2 boons. Joss at Magic Mosses will give you a hollow twister AR, a pump and dump shotgun, a rocket drill, a chug jug, and 2 boons. And then Kaisha at the black market outside Masked Meadows will give you a Falcon Eye Sniper, the Outlaw shotgun, gold splashes, a chug jug, and 2 boons. And from my understanding, these boons are always the gold ammo and greed boons, but that may be incorrect. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I've heard. Personally, to me, those boons aren't really that big of a deal. And then the weapons should be all gold rarity, which is good. You can land here and then buy 2 gold weapons, a mobility item, a chug jug, and 2 boons. That sounds incredible, right? And it sounds very overpowered. The problem is these loadouts cost 5,000 gold to purchase. And so because of that, I don't think it's worth it at all. And I kind of already touched on how I spent 5,000 gold in one match and then got back up to 3,000 by the end of it. That was a game where I landed here to buy one of the loadouts. And so spending the entirety, first you have to have max gold, right, to even purchase it, and then you're deciding to spend all of your gold on a single item, and I just don't, or a single purchase, and I really don't think that's very worthwhile, because you can just buy gold items at the black market or purple items at the black market for much cheaper. Getting 2 gold weapons should be 600 gold, or 1600, sorry. So you're paying a lot more just for that mobility item, which is good, but and then also the chug jug and boon. So overall, I don't think these loadouts are really worthwhile. I had people kind of worried about them being overpowered because as a concept, it sounds pretty busted, right? You land on an NPC and then you have a full gold inventory to start the game. It sounds busted, but it's not really repeatable because it takes the entirety of your gold. And then even then, if I'm going to be spending a lot of gold, I would rather just be buying the weapons on the wall and getting what I actually want. Like if I wanted to land at the black market outside Masked Meadows, I could get a pump and a burst, shockwaves and heals for probably cheaper than getting this entire loadout, right? What is overpowered though, and what I think will be game changing and will maybe impact how you want to play the game, is when you get to legendary and you get to open the legendary chest in the bottom and you get a guaranteed dill bit off spawn. And the reason why this is insane is because you can just buy one of those mythic or exotic weapons off the rip. So one of my favorite mythics that they added is the drum gun, and I could land on that, black market outside Masked Meadows, get the dill bit from the chest, purchase the drum gun, leave that room, go ahead and buy shockwaves, go ahead and buy a pump off the wall. I already got big pots from the chest as well that gave me the dill bit, but I can buy more big pots as well. And then we have a mythic weapon, probably a shotgun. We got mobility, and we already got heals for much cheaper than the full loadout would have cost, right? And the way the mythics work is there's only 1 per match, right? So if you buy the mythic drum gun, nobody else is going to be there to get the mythic drum gun. So if you are very fixated on having a certain mythic or a certain exotic weapon from these black markets, being able to land there and grab it off the rip before anybody else is able to, because the people playing kind of normally have to get their dill bits from a vault, right? Being able to get a guaranteed dill bit right next to the source of where you're going to purchase that, where you're going to spend it, makes it to where you should be the first person in the lobby to do so if you are landing on the black market. And that's what I would advise. If there's a certain mythic you really want and you really want to play with and you're really good with, land at the black market, open that chest, get the dill bit, buy the mythic, buy the rest of your loadout at the black market. It'll be expensive, but you should be able to recoup that gold during the course of the game, especially because most of these black markets are near a vault anyway. So you could land on the black market, go in third party the vault, get even more loot, recoup your gold, and then you might have lost out a little bit of gold. You might not get entirely what you spent back, but this is a process that's very repeatable game to game, whereas landing here to buy the loadout, I don't think is very repeatable game to game. And with this update, once more and more people have the legendary keycard, I think we'll see a lot of people landing at these black markets to buy the mythic off the rip. The way the chest inside works is it can only be opened once per game. So if you're the first person to get there and get your dill bit, not only are you the first person to grab that mythic and the only person to grab that mythic, but the other people can't necessarily can't open that chest to do the same thing. So if you want to take advantage of this, landing at the black markets is going to be somewhat essential as more and more people go towards doing this. So I think this is pretty powerful and will be one of the more popular early game approaches a lot of players have, is just to land on the black market, get that guaranteed mythic, buy the rest of their loadout, and then play from there. I think that's going to be very popular, and I think that's going to be an easy way to set yourself up really well in the game really early on and just have really powerful, really effective items and weapons. First, it requires you to do the Outlaw quests and level up the keycard, but once you've done that, you can get that dill bit every game and start your match with a mythic weapon. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like. Subscribe if you like some more. Comment down below what you think of this and which black market you would land at once you reach legendary keycard status to be able to buy that mythic right away. Mine would definitely be the one outside Mass Meadows so I can get the drum gun. I really enjoy having it. But let me know what you guys think of that and which one do you like most down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.